So hello everyone and a very good evening to all of you. Myself Deepak and I am from BTech IT first year from Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar. Today we are going to conduct a group discussion on the topic, should India implement the Uniform Civil Code? Let's start by introducing your name and putting out your point of view. We will start from Kushi.
Hello, Khushi Gupta from BTech.
Okay. You may introduce and tell us about what is Uniform Civil Code, and then can further proceed by what is your point that we should either implement or India should not implement Uniform Civil Code.
Okay, as per my knowledge, Uniform Civil Code is basically a proposal in India to formulate and implement the personal laws of citizens, which apply on all citizens equally, regardless of their religion.
Okay.
Which basically means that. Yeah.
So this was what basically Uniform Civil Code is. What is your view? Should India implement this or should it not?
It is like 90-10. It is good to implement, but there are many flaws in implementing this.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to our discussion, Raman. Raman.
Hello everyone, I am Raman Panwad from BTech IT first year.
Yes. What's your stand on the point that
UCC means?
Yes, please continue.
UCC means Uniform Civil Code, means one law for the entire country applicable to all religious community in personal matters such as divorce, marriage, adoption or any other religion matter, etc. So
Okay.
in my opinion, India should be implemented a Uniform Civil Code.
Moving on to our next participant, Akash Tiwari. What's your stand on this?
Hello everyone, myself Akash from IT first year. As Deepak said that today our topic is to Uniform Civil Code.
Yes.
And first of all, I need to clear that it's a proposal, or say that it's a proposal for a law to be implemented in our country regarding our religious, that everyone should be in a marriage and divorce.
Akash Tiwari, maybe you are having an internet problem.
Say that we are good to have a secular state.
Wait a minute. Am I having an internet connection or is Akash Tiwari audible to everyone?
Akash having an internet connection.
Okay, Akash, maybe you should check your internet connection and speak your point of view after a moment. Let's skip to our next participant, Bhanumati.
Now it's clear?
Yeah, now it's clear. You can speak now.
Oh, as my friends said that define that what is Uniform Civil Code. So
yes,
we came to know that it's about a proposal to law in our country, which brings our country people in a single frame. Means it's developed what's the relation, good relations between the other communities, and also say that majority and minority came in a single frame to have a better relationship between them, and it's bring a lot of say that changes in our in India, which make our India a secular state, is fully secular state, because we came to know that Goa has implemented it very much earlier, and right now, recently I thought that Uttarakhand has implemented it. So it's good to have a implementation in both countries.
Okay. Moving on to our next participant, Bhanumati. What's your point of view?
Today our topic is Uniform Civil Code. The lack of Uniform Civil Code is undercutting the chance of overall development of India society. Uniform Civil Code का मतलब है कि जो भारत में जो नागरिक है उनको समान अधिकार देना। भारत एक धर्मनिरपेक्ष राज्य है। यहाँ पे हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई बहुत सारे धर्म के लोग रहते हैं। तो उनको उनके पर्सनल मैटर्स है, जैसे कि हिंदू एक ही शादी कर सकता है, लेकिन जो मुसलमान है वो बहुत सारी शादी कर सकता है। तो इन्हें समान नागरिक अधिकार संहिता होनी चाहिए। समान नागरिक संहिता से ना महिलाओं को भी बहुत सारा वो मिलेगा, मतलब सब सपोर्ट मिलेगा। और इसकी जो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड की शुरुआत हिंदू कोड से हुई है। हिंदू कोड हिंदू कोड पारित किया गया था 1956 में। तो उसमें हिंदू कोड ने ये मांग की थी कि ना जो मुसलमान है उन्हें भी ऐसा होना चाहिए कि उनके ऊपर भी कोई लिमिट लगनी चाहिए है। तो वह लीडर्स ने सोचा कि ये एक सही है, हिंदू कोड पारित करने की बजाय कोई एक समान नागरिक अधिकार होना चाहिए जो सारे धर्म के लोगों पे एप्लीकेबल हो जाए।
Okay, thank you very much. Now, who else would like to present their views?
Hello, myself Monica Lamba from IT
Yes.
department. According to me, India should implement uniform civil code to maintain the equality in the people. The implementation of uniform civil code means the same law for all the peoples live in that country, even they are related to Hindu, Muslim, Christian, etc.
Yeah.
As we say that we live in a secular country, and in a secular country, the law should not be related to any religion.
Yes.
According to me, it should be implemented.
So your point is, being a secular country, India should implement uniform civil code.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now moving on, Hardik, what's your point of view on this?
I am Hardik from BTech IT. Uniform Civil Code are the laws that should be applicable to all the religions, regardless of marriage, divorce, inheritance, adoption, etc. It is mentioned under the Article 44, Part 4 of Indian Constitution, which says that state should secure all the citizens of the country. It was firstly originated by the British government in 1835 to keep the uniformity between Hindu and Muslims. If we say about its implementation, in 2021, Delhi High Court proposed for the implementation of it. Goa has also implemented it somehow, and the new CM of Uttarakhand has announced to implement it fully in Uttarakhand. So basically, it will bring the minorities and majority together and make the country more secular.
Thank you for putting out your thoughts. Now, Pradeep, what's your stand on this?
Myself, Pradeep Kaushik, BTech IT first year. My thinking is that India should not implement this fully, क्योंकि आर्टिकल 25 के अंदर मेंशन है कि हर एक इंसान को अपने किसी भी धर्म को, प्रोफेशन को फॉलो करने का अधिकार है। और अगर हम ऐसा करते हैं डायरेक्टली कि पूरा होगा, तो हम इसको अपोज कर रहे हैं एक तरह से। हमें या तो हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं, हमें आर्टिकल 25 को अमेंड करना चाहिए पहले, या उसको अबोलिश करना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर हम डायरेक्ट यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड लागू करें तो हम उनके मैरिज रिचुअल्स, उनकी पूरी प्रथा, उनका पूरा धर्म ही अलग है। हम ऐसे एक साथ किसी को नहीं बांट सकते। इंडिया हैज अ वास्ट डाइवर्सिटीज।
Yes.
हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई, जैन्स, बुद्धिस्ट, हम उनको इकट्ठा इस तरह नहीं कर पाएंगे। या तो हमें पहले आर्टिकल 25 को अमेंड करना होगा इसके लिए।
Okay.
So my point of view is that
India should
India
not
को
implement it. Yes.
fully इसे अप्लाई नहीं करना चाहिए।
Okay. Now moving on, Bharat. Bharat.
So good morning, everyone.
Okay.
For uniform civil code, I would like to say, like, it is a set of rules for every citizens, which Hello,
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
It is a set of rules. Okay, so it is a set of rules for every citizens, which like without taking into consideration of any religion or caste. For
Okay.
example, we all pass out from schools, and
Yes.
what we see is what we have got is like what we have seen that we all allotted say a same uniform for the school, which means like we all were treated equally
Yes.
on the basis of irrespective of like for caste,
Yes.
for religion, and for color,
Of
etc.
course. Yes.
So on a similar way, like the uniform code, civil code need to be like uh, so there would be no discrimination among us, and so
Okay.
this would be applied to all.
Okay. So that was your point of view. Now, moving on and discussing all the points you put here, like now we can say that Uniform Civil Code earlier in India, people were more into religious things. They had separate standards like who can marry who on their religious basis. But now, as India is growing, the next generation is being more homogeneous. Like there is no barrier for marriage, and if a marriage happens, then obviously it may lead to a divorce. And the similar cases are being happening in the case of inheritance as well as adoption. So, like if in earlier times there used to be only marriage between two people of the same religion, but now as we move on now, two-person of other different religions can marry each other. So there will be an issue like how their marriage should be verified according to which religion. So justifying this, we can say that okay, we should have a uniform law, but on the other point, we can say that it will harm their religious practices. Okay. So as Pradeep countered all of us by saying that it will harm the religious practices, how would you like to counter this point that instead of harming their religious practices, it will just simplify their lives? Akash, or anyone has any point of view
Yeah.
on this? Like a general point can be
As
making.
as
Yeah.
Pradeep said that it's very much difficult to implement uniform civil code law, but
Yes.
as per my idea, it's difficult, but not that much difficult which we thought. Because if we wouldn't implemented that law, then there is a similarity between our group, our societies. Means if anyone wants to marriage, if a higher committee people want to marry with a lower committee people, then he or she gonna marry with a similar say that similar rules and regulation. But whenever we wanna go to marry with a similar society, then there is also a simple rule, and they will go to marry with a uniform civil code law, whichever will be implemented. Yes, there isn't any more loss, or say that not any effect on our societies if it were implemented. As Pradeep says that it's affect our society, it's a huge diversity.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
So
Yes.
So as per
Continue.
my thinking, it's very much too good to go.
Okay.
As I need to say that it's good to go with the implementation of uniform for civil code.
Yeah. Okay, Pradeep or anyone else. One point against not implementing the uniform law can also be pointed out as if there are big marriages between two different religions, then also it will make an harmony in the Indian society, which will further result in cultural diversification and all that. So, what would you say on that, Pradeep, or anyone else would like to comment on that? Like if we apply uniform civil code, it will make it easier to have a marriage across religions, which will result in the diversification of religions as well as the harmony among different communities. So why isn't it good?
बट मर्जी तो अपनी
I'm
होती
not
है,
getting it
सबको
clearly.
राइट है कि किससे करनी है।
Yeah. यस, बिल्कुल सही है कि सबको राइट है, लेकिन जैसे अगर कोई करना चाहता है तो उसकी प्रोसेस को अगर ये इम्प्लीमेंट करने से सरलता होती है तो ये फर्दर अच्छा ही होगा। इसके बारे में प्रदीप, एम आई ऑडिबल टू यू? हेलो, ओके, सो ही माइट
Hello.
बी हैविंग
Yeah, you are audible.
प्रदीप, okay, moving on.
Yes, it would be easier.
Yes, Hardik.
Yes, it would be easier if UCC is applied, then according to laws they can marry across the religions easily, and there will be no one against them in society.
Yes, okay, that was a good point. But now if yes, Raman.
One of the prevalent disadvantage, intercaste marriage, fear of ostracization, which discourages people from deviating from the norm marriages. And since beginning, India provided the freedom to follow religion to its citizens. India remained secular because people of all regions feel safe in India.
So majority of us agrees that India should implement, but if a uniform civil code is applied, then it will make a rule that like this marriage should be done and like this divorce should be done. And definitely people believing strongly in religions would not accept that. They would like that everything happens to their religion practices as it used to be. Anyone of you would like to comment on that how it will hurt the feelings of the people who are like strongly religious?
Yeah, we can say that it may hurt that the people belongs from the history, means if they are from what's that ancient time, they thought that it's gonna happening very bad for our society. But whenever they passed away, means after some time, because people are getting literate day by day, and if they thought with their literate point that it's good for our society to become more independent and to become more what's a secular, you can say that we are more fluent with the other group, other societies, other people, because we are going to see that in villages lower caste people gonna marry, but no one gonna know that they married with them. But if a marriage took part in higher societies, higher group people, each and every one from village know that he or she gonna married with them. So it's when a common law should be passes, then everyone should get equal rights to have marriage with other people. If anyone have any selection to the higher society people, then he or she gonna committed with them.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's better for us.
Yes. So as Akash pointed out that as today's generation is being more and more literate, we are moving from extreme religious practices to being homogeneous, mixing and diversifying our culture together. Anyone else think that as we further progress in this, it will be easier for India to implement, or it will not affect it anyway? Like
It
the
will
younger
be very
generation,
hard.
like we can in general think that the younger generation is more literate and hence has more knowledge and will make more right decisions. So can we expect that as the time passes, it will, if it is not implemented in India yet, can we expect that it will be easier to implement it in near future, as the person who strongly believes in religion are less literate, and today's generation is being more and more literate? So will it be easier? Anyone else to speak on this?
Firstly, I'm agree with the Pradeep because as he has said that this is not the correct time to implement this.
Okay.
Because like it is an evolutionary process, it will take time.
Yes.
We need to like spread awareness about it.
Yes, I was continuing that point कि जैसे अब तक नहीं हुआ, लेकिन अब तक काफी लोग रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिसेस को काफी ज्यादा मानते हैं। वो नहीं चाहते कि उनकी रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिसेस बंद हो किसी भी एक यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड के आने की वजह से, क्योंकि अगर वो अप्लाई होगा तो हर रिलीजन की जो भी प्रैक्टिसेस थी वो कुछ नहीं होगा। तो जैसे जैसे टाइम जाएगा, इंडिया की जो न्यूअर जनरेशन है वो रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिस पे काफी ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम नहीं होके लिटरेट है। तो क्या लगता है आपको कि ये आगे टाइम में इजियर होगा या फिर इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला? दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग।
आगे टाइम में बहुत इजी होगा, बट अभी इस मोमेंट पे ये शायद बहुत हार्ड है।
ओके, एनीवन एल्स?
Government should make a plan
Yes.
for next year, next 10 years, and implement it state by state. Like Goa is already ready for that. Uttarakhand and Delhi are also coming. So making it state by state would be more easier.
Okay. Bhanu, if you have to say anything.
Yes,
जो ये
yes, it will be more easier in the upcoming generations, or in future it will be more easier to implement this uniform civil code.
Okay.
For make it easy, like
Anyone else? Yes, Bharat, you are audible. You can speak.
for make it easy, the code need to be balanced between
Yes.
religions and fundamental rights,
Yes.
so that it will not hurt like
Anyone's religious practices or their feeling related to religion.
sentiment.
Yes. Okay. Now, it is clear that it will be easier to implement this in near future, or if time is given, it will be easier. So the question arises that we all can feel that there is a need for the uniform civil code right now. Do you think it will be harmful to many people till when it is not implemented? Like the people who need this right now will struggle because it is not implemented.
We can
Yes,
say
there is
that
a
for some people we will.
Yes.
Yeah, Raman,
And
continue.
Raman,
Akash.
just speak.
Yes, there is a great need for a uniform civil code in India because different person laws promote communalism and it leads to discrimination at two levels.
Okay. Akash, you want to add something?
I need to say that we can't go for take any that step which harms our societies, because we will, if we gonna wait for some while and it serves us better result, then we must have to do, because there are also some people say that we can. I haven't remembering that what that is Rudiwadi in Hindi. They thought that
Yeah,
they
you
have
can
to
use Hindi as well.
if they are.
There is no issue.
That means I'm not getting that word, so I used it.
Okay,
So,
okay.
they thought that I have to save my society and save my culture and
Yes.
everything. So we will have to wait that he or she gonna first understand that what's going on and what's happening with our society. Means we are going to change our life. We will have to move on. And for that, if we're gonna it's a run campaign and make them understand that it's good for our society to good to go with it, then it's much better. And we have to wait for it until our society gonna get it.
Okay.
There
Yes.
is one more point.
Yeah, you can speak.
इससे इंडिया की डाइवर्सिटी अफेक्ट नहीं होगी क्योंकि सारे रिलीजन सेम हो जाएंगे, सब कुछ सेम हो जाएगा, तो इंडिया की डाइवर्सिटी अफेक्ट नहीं हो जाएगी क्योंकि कोई
नहीं।
डाइवर्सिटी रह ही नहीं जाएगी, एक ही चीज रह गया सबको follow
इसे
करना।
इसे इस पॉइंटर से काउंट किया जा सकता है कि ये रिलीजन पर कोई अफेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, बस पर्सनल लॉज पर अफेक्ट करते हैं कि आप बेसिकली मैरिज, डाइवोर्स, इनहेरिटेंस और अडॉप्शन। सो अगर आप बस मैरिज किस वे से कर रहे हो उसे अफेक्ट करेगा। आप मैरिज के बाद क्या प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, आप इस्लाम प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, हिंदुइज्म प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, उसे अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा। सो मैं ये कहूंगा कि ये डाइवर्सिफिकेशन को बढ़ाएगा क्योंकि दो कल्चर के लोगों का साथ में रहना ज्यादा आसान होगा इससे। लाइक अगर अभी कोई हिंदू, जनरल एग्जांपल लेते हैं, कोई हिंदू और मुस्लिम कपल है, वो साथ में आना चाहते हैं, हिंदू और मुस्लिम पर्सन, सो उनके इशू होंगे, उनकी कम्युनिटी के इशू होंगे, या फिर उनके साथ कैसे आएंगे वो इशू होंगे। बस एक बार साथ आते तो ये फोर्स नहीं करेगा कि आप दोनों या तो हिंदू और इस्लाम दोनों को छोड़ के कोई अलग रिलीजन प्रैक्टिस करो या एक चूज करो। आपकी वो चॉइस, आप क्या चूज करते हो। लेकिन बस मैं इन जनरली मेरा ये मानना है कि इससे हार्मनी बढ़ेगी डिफरेंट कल्चर्स के बीच, क्योंकि पर्सनल लॉ सिर्फ दो पर्सन के बीच नहीं होंगे, कम्युनिटीज के अंदर होते हैं।
जैसे मैरिज के पर्पस से हिंदू में होती है शादी,
हाँ जी,
मुस्लिम में होता है निकाह, अलग अलग
जी।
तरीके होते हैं, तो
हाँ
लेकिन
जी,
जब ये लॉ लग जाएगा, देयर इज अ स्पेसिफिक मैनर जिसमें शादी होगी,
हाँ जी,
तो मुस्लिम को
बिल्कुल।
भी वही मानना पड़ेगा, हिंदू को भी, क्रिश्चियन को भी, तो
यस,
डाइवर्सिटी में इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा।
तो ये बस उसी पॉइंट को काउंट करेगा कि आप निकाह किस तरीके
हाँ
से कर रहे हो और शादी किस तरीके से
हाँ,
करो, उसके बाद आपकी लाइफ मुस्लिम एज अ मुस्लिम कपल जैसी
वो
थी
तो
वैसी
सेम
रहेगी।
हुआ।
हाँ जी,
या
तो मतलब आई वुड लाइक टू काउंटर दिस विद दैट। बाकी आपका पॉइंट भी सही है कि कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी के रेंज पे जो रिलीजियस स्ट्रॉन्ग रिलीजियस हैं उनके ऊपर तो अफेक्ट करेगा, वो डेफिनेटली चाहेंगे कि जैसे रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिसेस चलती आ रही थी वैसे ही चलती रहे।
वैसे ही चलते रहे,
हाँ
यूनिफॉर्म
प्लस माइनस दोनों ही
इंडिया
है।
में मुश्किल है, क्योंकि जो इंडिया में हिंदू में भी कई कास्ट के लोग हो जाते हैं, ऐसे
यस,
कास्ट के हिसाब से वो डिवाइड है ना, तो इस वजह से बहुत मुश्किल है उनमें भी। मतलब यही है कि वो लड़ाइयाँ ज्यादा होंगी, ऐसे एससी
वेरी
कास्ट
गुड
वाले
पॉइंट।
ऐसे। ये हिंदू मुस्लिम को छोड़ के हिंदू वाले भी, हिंदू हिंदू भी कुछ नहीं है ना ऐसे, मतलब कास्ट
यस,
में डिवाइड है तो वे अलग ही
एग्जैक्टली।
मानते हैं अपने को।
I also forgot to add that it doesn't applies to only religious but also applies to castes as well. So it will be helpful in that case also. Thank you for putting out that point. Anyone else has any other point? Okay, no. So I would like to conclude this GT by saying that we all can say that India need an uniform civil code which makes it easier for which make personal laws easier for everyone. But it might take some time and it should be done in steps, like not implemented by forcefully or as a sudden all. But we would all agree on the point that India should implement uniform civil code in some time or in some manner. So thank you everyone for putting out your thoughts in GT and presenting your